And I've been really talking about your awareness about the space. And last Thursday, I did the lentil in the middle of the bowl. And we have a choice to look at the lentil, and then we have a choice to recognize the space around it. And I used the word look, but really it's more of placing your awareness. There's a difference, okay? So in this instance right now, I want you to look at me, okay? And let's do this. Look at my necklace. Now, when you're focused and you're looking at that, then that's where your complete awareness is right there, and your thoughts that accompany that. Now, instead of that, what I want you to do is just place your awareness, which is more of a peripheral type of experience and vision, but experience. So put your awareness just a couple millimeters past your skin. And then see if you can't expand that awareness a little further out. And then expand your awareness into the space around you and how you're occupying that space. You can even, if you're a sensory-based person, begin to feel how your body is occupying the space around you. How much of the space are you taking? How far does this space go? So that is the exercise that we want to do, is to shift our awareness out into the space. And it's not so much as looking, because when I did the lentil exercise, I realized when I edited my video that I was saying, look at the space around the lentil. No, it's not looking. And I think that's where Janet, that's where your question came from as well. When I look into space, then my vision focuses on something. So it's not, the word look was not correct. It's more of an awareness. Now you do this every day and you don't realize it. And this analogy came from Master Ting. When you drive a car, if you were only to look at the car in front of you, you would be a very poor driver and you might most likely be getting in accidents. But we have this incredible ability to be aware of the person that's going to run the red light. But we're not looking at them. We're using a peripheral vision and awareness of all of the surroundings behind us, perhaps the person behind us that's on the phone and not paying attention and we're concerned they might rear end us. We have a multitude of tasks that we're doing when we're driving, and it's not singularity. It's not focusing and looking at one thing. If we do that, we're ineffective. And that's how I wanted you to shift your Tai Chi and your Qigong, and more to this broad awareness of what's around you. When I first hit that sweet spot, I was doing Tai Chi with my Plano group, in fact, and we were outside, and I got into that spot, and there was a butterfly. I swear it was 300 yards away, and I saw it. And it's when you get into that place of this expansive awareness, then you have this incredible clarity and you actually see more. When we're focused, we see less. So you're looking at the lentil, but instead place your awareness in how that lentil is occupying the space and into the space around the lentil. So it is not a visual focused, it is not a mental focused, it's more of an awareness. And in that, we gain more effectiveness and efficiency and power. All right, so I'm going to borrow my husband to show you this, and then we're going to put it into our own practice. I did check with him beforehand if he was willing to do this. Let me push pause and nab him. He wanted to make sure that you knew that we have not rehearsed this. Okay, we did this one on Thursday. We'll do that, and then I'm going to put it in Waving Hands and Clouds, and then we'll put it in Waving Hands and Clouds. All right, I'm just going to do the simple activity of open and close, the simple Qigong movement of open and close. Now, and Monty's going to contribute. Do you want me to move him?
We're okay.
Okay. If Alex puts his hands on the outside of my hands and I'm focused, we now know the definition, the difference between focused and aware, on his point of contact, and he tries to close my hands, and I resist, he can close. So I'm focused on the point of contact. I'm focused on the incoming force. That's where we do not want to reside. And this applies to your approach in life as well. It's so hard to keep concentrating with the dog. Okay, now instead, I'm going to place my awareness in the space between my hands. Okay, again, and rather than being focused on the point of contact, I'm drawing that's the lintel. I'm going to draw my mind away from the lintel and into the space between my hands. And then I'm going to expand that space as he tries to close. Go ahead. And he cannot close me. He's giggling because he's using as much force, maybe even more. What does it feel like to you?
It's not closing.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing that I can do then is place my awareness now around him. Okay, so I'm going to take it from here and then I'm going to expand it around him. And I'm not using, if I had a sleeveless shirt on, you would see I'm not using muscle. Okay, so again, I'm not going to put my focus on the point of contact. Look at him now, he's in a bow stance. He's ready. All right, now I'm going to place my mind in the space. And then I can even expand the space around my body and then go ahead and start to close. And around his body and behind him. And it takes him off balance. Did you see that? It wasn't pushing him. Yeah. So what I want you to do is when we do waving hands and clouds, so I'm going to do the same thing and give this context for your waving hands and clouds. Now for the purpose of demonstration, I'm going to do yang style, not Chen style, just so that it's a little closer up. I think maybe if you stood right there for a little better angle. Okay, so if the opponent comes in and tries to punch at your face, go ahead, slow motion punch, then my natural focus would be to block here, okay? So keep it right there if you would. And so if my focus is here, and notice I'm using the word focus, and I try to push him, you can resist me. I can't move him. Arrgh! Okay, no way can I move him. Okay, so go ahead and do that again. And then what I do is I change it. So I soften here and I disappear. And now my awareness is here. This is where I'm going to deliver the power. So I can do my Tai Chi, I can do the rolling and it'll move him. Do you see that? So now he's completely off balance. So he's leaning forward and on balance. So that's the second layer. That's the rolling that I've taught you in the past and placing your awareness on the bottom arm, the secret arm. But now we're going to add putting your awareness in the space. And this is what I want you to feel in today's practice. So not only am I diverting my mind from here, now I'm going to put the momentum down here, but I'm going to expand my space. And now I can take him off much better. Did you see that, how he lost balance? Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
But I'm filling myself, my space, and this space with the chi. And when I do that, then I just am effortless in being able to roll someone off that's, 3 times my size. And we don't have to use muscle. And that's the essence of Tai Chi. This is what I want you to bring to your practice, whether you're touching someone else or not. You touch someone else every single day of your life, whether you're being physically touched or not. You're touched emotionally, you touch them emotionally. You'll have a confrontation, you'll have a challenge in life or in your day that's relationship. This applies to that as well. Soften with the incoming force, expand your energy ball. And you're making space for more choices rather than a reaction, which is not going to hurt anybody but yourself and is usually highly ineffective. All right, so let's try this first. Just hold a ball and simply place your awareness between your hands. And it's important that you don't look, because as soon as you look, you're focused. Don't look between your hands. Feel and sense. And then imagine that ball is inflating, but your hands aren't moving. Well, if it inflates, then you have to receive it somewhere. You have to absorb it somehow, that extra diameter. So absorb it into the palm of your hands. Receive it there. And some of you might start to sense that your fingers are getting longer as you're accommodating this inflating ball. And now go ahead and allow that ball to inflate into the space between your forearms as well. Could be an oblong ball. And then into your upper arms. And into your chest. So your chest softens and receives this expanding energy ball. That's beautiful. And now it's expanding into the front part of your spine, that anterior spine. Beautiful. Now you're going to sink your right hand and get into your waving hands and clouds posture. So you still have that same quality of that ball, that space, and your awareness in that space. It's like you're pressing it into your spine a little bit, or receiving it. That's nice. Now, as you rotate towards your left, put your awareness on the inside part of this lower arm, and that's the one that's pressing through the water. But keep your awareness in the space, and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger as you rotate. That's right. And now when we switch hands, still imagine this space, your awareness in the space between your hands and your body. And then try it to the other side. Imagine that your top arm is like a sponge. It's soft and receiving, so that any touch you receive there, you can imagine somebody coming in and either a punch or just a grab, and you release, you let them have it. You're soft there. You disappear from them. But the bottom arm is delivering, and you expand your energy bubble. Very nice. We'll do two more, one to each side. And now you can sense your body and how floaty you are. And then we'll come back to the middle. And place your awareness now between your hands, and even in the spaces between your fingers. And let the space increase. And imagine it's pressing on your hands, and you're just following that expansion. And as you close, imagine now that you're placing your awareness in the space all around you. It's sort of like you're squeezing your energy out into that space. And then the space comes into here, and you expand, follow its expansion. Follow it into the chest too. Let it soften your chest. Your chest doesn't come out and up. It absorbs here. And then as you release or close, imagine you're becoming bigger and you're filling the space around you. Very nice. And now take this very palpable energy ball and let it come into your dantian and touching the anterior aspect of your spine, your low back, because you're receiving it. Good. All right, let's do this. Let's put this into one more form. Then we'll take a short break and we'll begin our Tai Chi practice and bring what we just did into our Tai Chi practice. Let's pick a challenging one. Let's do our dragon stomping mortar. So put your right foot in front, left foot back into your bow stance. And normally what we're doing is when we ward off, I don't know where y'all's mind is when you ward off. Probably on your hands. This time, imagine that you are either in the space between your arms or in the space around you, and you're warding off and feeling it against your hands and in between your fingers. And when you turn and come forward, now place your awareness in the space between your arms and into your chest. It's like a big ball. That's right. Now that ball supports you. So slide forward on your bench and release into your quad and let this space support you as you come forward. Now right here, I would say that we should put our mind in the space around us because that's sort of analogous to the closing of the arms. Release and still in the space around you. This is like opening, so drawing it up and imagine the space between your fingers and between your fist and your hand, and then just let it go. Yeah. As we move into more dynamic movements, it's a little bit more of a challenge to bring this in, but that's why we're practicing it. Okay, let's do it to the other side. Left foot now in front. And sitting down, and I'm even putting my awareness in the space here between my thighs, knees, calves. I've even experimented with the space between my toes, and I can feel it just go all the way up through my body. And then hold your ball. Place your awareness in the space. And as you ward off, just keep your mind there. Then as we turn forward, still keep your mind there. Slide forward, sink down. And let this space support you as you bring the foot forward. This is closing. Awareness, how your body is occupying the space. In other words, not the lintel, but the space around you. Now, between your hand and your fist, and drop. Good. Yeah. The more you do this, the more real, tangible, and palpable the space starts to become. And then you start to really feel it. So at first you may not. That's okay, just imagine it. But eventually you will start to feel it and you can allow it to support you. And then later you can play with it. You can imagine the spaces inside your body and expanding those. But the starting point is here and here. Then the next one is all around you. And then the third one, I think, is the spaces inside your body. In summary, don't look at the obvious. Place your mind in the space in the not obvious.